Now, I don't know how I did it, but I did it for you. I just bodied 5 more holiday romances in like a week so I could tell you about them. Now let's go. What up, Search fam? Sharde here. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sharde. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life. And I'm about to give you 5 more holiday romance books to add to your TBR before Christmas. Now, whether this is your first time coming across me in this little corner of the internet, or you keep coming back and you have not joined my internet family, might I can ask you to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and be made aware of every time I post, which is usually on the weekends. So, 'tis the season to be jolly and all of that. And I wanted to provide you all with a few more recommendations to add to your holiday TBR. Now, these are, I will say, many of them are novellas, right? And most of them I did as audiobooks, but I did do a couple of digital books as well. So we're going to start with A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Now, I did this as an audiobook and it was super cute and spicy and all the things. So it is about B, who is a sex worker, an adult content creator who gets cast in a Hallmark-esque romance. And she's trying to sort of begin thinking about pivoting her career to something outside of adult content creation. And so she gets cast last minute to replace the star of this holiday romance they're trying to film in like 2 weeks, mind you. And she gets cast with a sort of bad boy rock star, was in a boy band situation, who is trying to rehabilitate his career after he gets caught in a scandal when he's a kiddo. And now he works like at a community theater, and he is taking care of his mom, who's dealing with like severe bipolar disorder, and his sister who's in high school, and this whole thing. And so they get cast together. Come to find out, B is a longtime fan of Noah's from when he was in the boy band, and Noah is a longtime subscriber to her content. Now, they are both supposed to keep it in their pants. Essentially, they have to be squeaky clean for this, not only for themselves, but also because the producer is B's producer from when she did adult content. And he's trying to, switch gears too into something a little bit more sustainable. So things go awry. Because they have this undeniable attraction, and it's all the things. It's very cute. It is. I really enjoyed that one. Next, I did Holiday Heat by Beverly Jenkins, which I did as a digital book. And this is about an ATF worker who her cousin pretty much forces her to go to this holiday masquerade party for Halloween. And she gets there and she meets this guy who's dressed as a centurion. He is a policeman in Detroit, because it's set in Detroit, which is actually really cool. But they get together, they end up having a one-night stand, and they can't stop thinking about each other. But the female main character gets called to stay in Detroit to investigate a big arson that happened. So they end up working together. And in her day job, because she's a female ETF worker, she has to be like really reserved and very to the point, and like she's got to be, I guess, a little bit more hyper masculine to deal with being in a male dominated field, especially because she's like really pretty. So she like wears sunglasses and things to obscure her face because she don't want no problems out of people, and people don't know how to act. But they end up working together, and she's also, very very smart and all these things. The detective who she's working with, he's trying to just be collegial and things like that, but he also can't help the fact that he loves that she's so sharp, but he also is still thinking about this mystery woman, and he comes to find out that it's her. It was cute. It was a cute little short thing. I also did Love in Winter Wonderland by Abiola Bello, which is a YA holiday romance where you have Trey, whose family owns a like second or third, he would be third generation, so second generation bookshop in London, and they're having issues because a sort of like big box store has come into town, and it's taking a lot of the business from the small business, because they can offer discounts and wholesale sale and things like that. And so and Trey is also like popular, and he is a wonderful singer, but he is deathly terrified of performing in front of people. Then you have Ariel, who is an artist, and she's a budding artist. She's trying to get into this prestigious arts program that like her dad went to, and her dad has passed away, but she can't afford it because her mom like works at a grocery store, and they like have a hard time making ends meet. And so she talks herself into a job at Trey's family's bookstore, which Trey also works at. Now Trey also has a girlfriend, and he and Ariel start getting close, and like Ariel helps come up with a campaign to help essentially save the bookstore, and it's really adorable, really well done. The drama was good. Trey's little girlfriend, though, she needed to be dragged down the street, but I had a really good time with it. Next, I did One Small Secret by Esther Hatch, and I got this one. I found it on Hoopla, which is one of the places that I read my audiobooks, and I just got it off of Vibes. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot. So this is former friends / rivals to lovers. So Cadence has been living in an Asian country. I forget which one. And she moves back to Palmer Springs, I think. I forget where she moves back to, her small town. And she continues her work with Palmer Hotels because she works in tourism. And this is like a family-owned empire. And she used to be the friends with the CEO, who is like the grandson of the initial founder. And their families are intertwined with a lot of family history. Like, so she's a family friend. And she thinks that Ruben, who's the CEO, has been trying to pretty much up in her career this whole time. Now, her former stepsister comes back and just shows up at her house and comes to visit, and then leaves quickly. And she leaves a baby in her bedroom. So now Cadence is like starting this new job back at corporate at Palmer Hotels, but now she got this infant, this 1-year-old that she got to take care of, and she's like, "Girl, what?" And Ruben finds out, and like it comes out because Ruben thinks she's had this baby and didn't let him know, like he has like unrequited feelings for her and all of this, and like she has unrequited feelings for him, but it's masked by the fact that she thinks that they're bitter rivals. And so Ruben like starts coming around to help with the baby and be around her and all the things. And then there's a family scandal and all the things. I thought it was cute. It's one of those books that it's just, it's not doing anything revolutionary, right? But it is enjoyable, and it is not very long. I did A Night with Miss Grinch by Lacey as a digital book. It it was okay. Again, not something that was doing anything revolutionary. To me, the writing did not fit my own sort of sensibilities for how I enjoy writing. So I'll put that out there. But you have an interior designer. Her name is Candy Kane, which, okay. And Cole Winters, who owns the coffee shop that she likes to go and work at because she works for herself. And they've been flirting or whatever. According to Cole, we dating, baby. Which, go off, King. And they end up getting stuck in the coffee shop because a freak winter storm happens and like she can't go home. She tries, but like it gets bad really quickly, apparently. I think the pacing was a bit strange for me. And then Cole actually lives above the coffee shop and has a generator and all this stuff. And they, you know, do all kinds of stuff and things and whatnots. And Cole is like, girl, I just hope you know that we dating. And she's like, yeah, you mind. Like, I done licked you, you mind. So, I mean, it was fine. Me personally, I just thought it was meh, but it's a cute story. So I would suggest it to the people. I also did the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, which it was cute. It just it felt long to me, even though it wasn't really that long, but I think the pacing was just a bit slow. I also think it's been turned into a series. So Kate signs up for this 12 Dates of Christmas program situation that's to help singles get together because she's like in her 30s and she wants to find somebody to settle down with. And she like has these unrequited feelings for her friend turned enemy turned friend, Matt. They like have a whole falling out when they're in college, and then they come back together when she moves back. And so you go through all these dates that she's trying to find somebody to be with. And it's funny because it's shenanigans. Like, dating is trash. And I think this sort of exhibits that. But through all of this, like, she comes to grips with her feelings for Matt. And Matt is like around, but he has a really bad temper. Like, the way he went off on her more than once just pissed me off. And I was just like, sir, get it together. But again, it was an enjoyable book. I just thought it was a little bit slow in the pacing. Lastly, I did 10 Things I Hate About Christmas by AJ Pine, which is workplace enemies to lovers, but it's like kind of one-sided enemies. So the female main character works at this design firm and she's been trying to move up. She's been there for like 3-4 years and she's still like a junior designer or whatever, but she's actually really talented. And so Gemma overhears Theo, who's not only the nephew of the owner, but also doing like the e-commerce side of the company, pull her off of this big contract that they have going up. And she's livid, right? She's like, oh, I hate him so much. And like, she's hated him since he got there. Come to find out, Theo has a big old crush on Gemma. And he actually took her off of the account for a very good reason. And she doesn't know that. Anyway, Gemma does a gift exchange with her best friend that lives out of state, where they give each other like goofy, salacious gifts, but she also is sending a gift to her boss, the owner of the company, to try to get in good with her, and she mails it. She accidentally mails the gift to her best friend to her boss, and so now she's like, I'm gonna lose my job. This is crazy. And so Theo has to go back home anyway to his small hometown to attend his aunt's big soiree and do Christmas and all this, but also to take his mom's food truck that she got fixed in the city back. So he offers to take her with him and let her be his +1 and to find this gift before her aunt gets it, his aunt gets it. And it's cute. It was cute and it was funny. And this one was quick. And the narrators like the male narrator was one of my favorites, which is Sean Masters. And so that was great. It was a good time. I really did like this one. So I hope that you find something that you will pick up for the holiday season, be all festive and swoony romancy and all the things. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.